I'm Dottie Berry, aka Coach B. Got a question for you. When in the history of direct sales or any other business you've been a part of, could you make money from retail customers signing up virally without ever having to talk to them? Now, don't get me wrong, I do want to talk with you, but you're going to hear something that's going to be amazing for doing exactly what I just said. So stay tuned.
Tonight, we're introducing Photo Guessaroo, which is really going to be the first
a revolution,
app,
and it's a people's revolution inside of technology to really reward us. And that's why, I think it's kind of hilarious that we're starting with Photo Guessaroo, which is really this sort of cutesy, fun game that everybody gets to play. That's really lighthearted. Yet what it represents, what it's a spearhead for, is something so much more significant. What this concept, once we actually put Photo Guessaroo out there, which it's actually already out there. If you're in Australia, you can play it right now. But once we activate it worldwide, which we're about to share you those dates, once it's out there, it represents, truthfully, the proof of concept of something so much more significant. Really, the wealth revolution that we've been talking about and sharing about is coming to life inside of this app. And that's why I want every single one of us who's on the line tonight and today, it's really our job as the original sort of founders of this idea, this company, and the pioneers for this movement. When we release Photo Guessaroo, it's time to shout and scream from the mountains and the rooftops, because the more that we prove this model and prove this concept, the bigger it makes the network for the introduction of all of the apps. And as we've already seen from sites like Facebook and Twitter, could you have imagined, if you were one of the first 1,000 people to share Facebook? Facebook now has 1 billion people. At the time of this webinar, there's less than 1,000 people on this call. I mean, think about that. Where could this go, right? 1,000 people caused 1 billion people to show up on Facebook in less than a decade. And I think, mobile has really sped the time frames up times 3, times 4. We could reach that many people in a couple of years. And, that's each of us on the line, the pioneers tonight who have the chance from the introduction in history that you, really, the person who's watching this has the ability for viral customer and income generation. And, that's a humongous statement, because we were talking the other day, Sunil, about this, and you kind of brought it up, and you were like, wait a minute, like, when in the history of direct sales, or really any business that any of us have been a part of, could you actually make money from retail customers signing up virally, right? Completely viral without you ever talking to them. And I think that's almost like the golden goose, the golden egg that everybody's always searched for. And really, Rippln is providing it. And this app is a perfect example where, as you're about to see, you sign up, you play the game, and you share it, and that's it. That's all you do. And, if more friends sign up and play the game and share it, and people start purchasing coins, to win puzzles and solve challenges, you're literally not, you're not out there pounding the pavement. You're not trying to sell anybody. You're not, trying to close sales. You're not doing anything, yet you have the ability to make money, and you have the ability to make money virally, which is just unprecedented. It really
Don't
is.
go there first.
Okay. So,
the first thing is to log in with Facebook is actually the best. It's the best way to do it, because it'll take you straight to Facebook. Facebook's going to say, hey, authorize Photo Guessaroo to, access basically your wall, and that's it. If you say yes to that, it'll bounce back to the app, and then you'll be presented with the sign-up screen. So the step 2 is, right, so connect with Facebook. The reason to connect with Facebook is that you're going to end up doing it anyway, because when you start sharing, it's the easiest way to share. I mean, you can email and you can SMS to share, but Facebook's the best because it's the broadest reach. So you'll see the sign-up page. That is the place where, your information will be filled in. Your Facebook information will be filled in already there. But if it happens that, and it may happen, that your Rippln email address is not the email address you have registered with Facebook,
pretty much
fine.
use the same email on your Rippln account, same password. You will have to enter a new public username, because that's your username for Photo Guessaroo, correct?
Yeah, that's right. But again, it's only in Photo Guessaroo, and it can be whatever you like we want that to be.
And then you click sign up. It's that simple.
Yep. Click sign up, and then you'll be taken straight into the gameplay. And the main thing with gameplay is play. Play along.
That is.
The leaderboards on Photo Guessaroo, we worked, I tried out a number of things on there, but the leaderboards, we came around to the best way to look at leaderboards is who's played the most. Not who's played the most, not who's got the most votes, basically who's playing the most, because playing is critical.
How to share the game is possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen in the history of direct sales. You just play the game. There's really nothing else that you do. You just literally have fun and play the game. So I'll quickly walk you through the two ways that people actually get tracked back to you as you play the game. So the really unique thing about Photo Guessaroo is that it gives you the ability to create your own puzzles, which is what no other app in this space, in this particular genre of apps, has ever done before. And so as you create your own puzzles, what you do is you challenge your friends to guess your puzzles, right? So you can share your puzzles with your friends on Facebook, you can share your puzzles with your friends through email, and you can share your puzzles with your friends through SMS text messaging. Now, any way that you share that puzzle after you created it, there's a specific link that gets sent out when you share that puzzle that's tracked back to you. So as your friends are, sort of getting your email or getting your text message or seeing your app or your puzzle on Facebook, and they're clicking that link to check out what the puzzle is and figure it out and download the app, that's tracking them back to you. So that's incredibly important because, what Mcneil was saying before is that sometimes, what we do when we share apps is we're playing an app and we say, hey, have you seen this game? Go check it out in the App Store, download this app. That's not what we can do here. You can't tell your friend, hey, go download this app in the App Store. Because if you tell your friend to go download it in the App Store, there's no way for us to know that it was you who referred them. There's nothing tracking them back to you. So you don't tell your friend to go download the app in the App Store. What you do is, you send them an invite to solve your puzzle, to play your puzzle, to play the game. And then when they click on it and they download it, now they're in the game. So that's step number one, is you send that invitation straight from actually creating your own puzzles. Step number two is, if you notice on the leaderboard here, there's a little feature that allows you to email friends or SMS friends an invitation to join the app. So let's say that you haven't created a puzzle and you just want to invite your friend to come play Photo Guessaroo and come download the game, then what you would do is you would just go to the leaderboard and you would email friends or SMS friends and you can invite them straight to the app. And that's really it. Those are the two ways for how you share the app. And I just want to stress one more time, and I'm going to stress it on the next page actually as well, they have to click your link in order to be tracked back to you. So these are the only two ways. Unless I'm missing something, Mcneil, you can correct me, but these are the only two ways to share the app.
Fundamentally, actually, there's three really, but two are kind of the same. There's the sort of the random, like just go to the leaderboard and share the game. But then there's a share associated with a puzzle, either a puzzle you created or a puzzle you played. So the screen that's up there is having played a puzzle, you can rate it and then you can share it.
The infamous step 3.
Yeah, if you make a puzzle, it's the same button actually. You'll see. It was actually on a previous slide. So there you can share the puzzle. And what I like about the sharing the puzzle you've created is it can be very personal, right? A picture of your family. There's a good example. A picture of your house, something in your house that maybe only a small amount of your friends might know about, right? The nice thing about that is there's a personal touch to it. Like, I shared this, I made this puzzle on Photo Guessaroo, and they're sort of like, yeah, I sort of recognize that. That's from your house. That's kind of cool. So they're having created a puzzle, you can share right from there as well. The puzzle they will see when they open the app, when they sign in after the app, will be that puzzle.
That's amazing. So any puzzle that we click, share this puzzle, our friend will click our link, they'll download the app, they'll open it up, they'll be tracked to us, and they'll see the puzzle that we shared with them, correct?
Yeah, this is what we want. Nice and smooth, right? So that people sort of feel like they're embraced into the game really early.
Absolutely. So basically, just to summarize, this is why it's important that when you're logging into Guesaroo to begin with, absolutely make sure that you use your Rippln email address, because that it's that account that we're going to track all the people you invite to Guesaroo back to. And, one thing I just kind of want to say is a stern note. We've had this talk big time as a company. We're talking about potentially hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, maybe even more. So that doesn't really give us the ability to manually move people around. Okay, that's just way too many people. So this is a firm policy, is that there's absolutely no moving or replacing or switching anyone once they come into Guesaroo, the app. It's simply too labor intensive for any team to handle, and that's a firm rule. So that's why it's so important that you share these instructions with your team. It's actually all incredibly simple. I'll reiterate it one more time. When you download the app, you simply log in with your Rippln ID, and once you're inside the app, you share from all the functions within the app. That's it. And that's how the whole referral train is really tracked back to you. So
you sometimes can't stop people, right? You can't stop them from downloading an app. You don't want to stop them, actually. So, let's say you shared it with them verbally, and they go and they download the app, and the next thing you know, they call you and they say, hey, I got the app, it's super cool. Or you look at your Rippln and you don't see them. This is bad, right? We don't want that. So we added one little thing, and I would like to stress that, this is in there for sort of safety for this backup position. It's not ideal. You really want to be fairly rigorous with sharing the links, because that's sort of how we want to do it in future as well. But the way to do it is, if your friend calls you and says, yeah, I downloaded the app, it's really cool, and you're like, darn it, I didn't share the link with them. What you can do is have them go to the leaderboard section and search for you as a friend. So they can search by email, or they can search by username, Guesaroo username. And once they've searched for you and they've clicked on your profile, they will be referred by you. Now, so bear in mind what's the reason we can't be too tight with that is because the first person they look for in the profile is the person that they're going to be referred under if they don't already have a referrer. So this is a fallback position just for the, oh dear, this didn't work quite well. None of your fault. It's not your fault. You just weren't able to share it with them, or they were just way too enthusiastic, right? I mean, sometimes I'm on the phone with people and I say, oh, I love this app. And by the time I'm finished talking with them, they're downloaded, they're playing the thing, right? In that situation, tell them, search for me and go see my profile. There's a reason to do that anyway. And the reason to do that is because if you've created puzzles, which I'm assuming you will, and I highly encourage you to do that, if you've created puzzles, all your puzzles are listed there. So if you have puzzles that you really like, you're going to tell them to go to your profile page. So, if you're on the phone with somebody and you know that they might go and do it, just say, hey, go download the app and go and look for me. Look for my email address on there. Find me, go find me and see this puzzle I created. It's awesome. That will automatically put them underneath you in the tree.
Perfect. So as the last fallback option, if somebody downloaded the app because they're so darn speedy, you couldn't even invite them and they already downloaded it, you can have them search for your profile, and when they're the first person to click on your profile, if they don't have a refer, then they'll be tracked back to you.
Yeah.
Perfect, my friend.
Bear in mind,
Thank you for that follow-up. The most important thing to remember is to have fun. Also, just got the first shipment in of the world's first voice-activated smartwatch, and we only have a limited number of these, so you're going to be getting an email. If you were one of the people to pre-order the watch in Dallas at Rippln Unleashed, you're going to be getting an email soon about your pre-order, and then we're going to put them live in the commerce area, and we'll update everybody when we get closer to that too. And if you want one of these watches, you're going to have to act fast because they're going to go quickly. And I'll probably make a little video to share with you guys too, because these things are just so darn cool. It's literally like James Bond, in real life. And so I kind of wear it as a proud badge of honor at Rippln, because it really represents kind of the innovation that I think our group of company is up to. So with that being said, my friends, Sunil, I want to thank you so much, my friend. Truly the contribution that you're making to our movement and to what it is, the mission that we're all up to is invaluable. And the work that you've done on Photo Guessaroo, the work you're doing on all the other apps that are coming down the pipeline is truly, bar none, excellence and really just incredibly quality. I consider you a craftsman. You're a true artisan craftsman of technology, partner. And I just want to say thank you so much for all the information you shared with all of us here tonight. And to each and every one of you from around the world, all the countries that represent this incredible movement, I hope you guys are as excited as we are because this is about to get hot and things are about to pop off and it's time to get paid and it's time to share and it's time to have the most fun we've ever had building the funnest business we've ever built. So appreciate all of you so much.
Now that you've seen how you can literally make money from retail customers signing up virally without ever having to talk to them, I want you to join me at expectapps.com. And then I want you to call me, Coach B, at 1-888-440-9780. Let's build a dynasty together. Let's build a Ripple worldwide. Together we can do this.